Hey friends, welcome to the channel. If you want to spice up your language learning with Netflix, you've found the right video. Los geht's! My name is Dustin. I'm an IT project manager from Germany. On this channel we create content that helps us to be more productive, to learn new things, especially languages, and to live a happier and more fulfilling life. Today I will show you how to learn a foreign language with Netflix using a browser plugin called Language Reactor. Before we start, let's have a sip of coffee. Learning a foreign language is a marathon, not a sprint, and takes a long time. Therefore, we should make sure that the learning activities are motivating and fun. This way, the information will stick better and we are way more likely to succeed, because we will spend more time with the language. The only requirements are that you have a Netflix subscription and the right level of language to start with. I would aim for an intermediate level, because otherwise the content won't be comprehensible and will just frustrate you. Now let's have a first look at Language Reactor, and then I will show you how to actually use it with Netflix series and movies. Los geht's! So first of all, you need the browser plugin. You can get it on languagereactor.com. So it's actually a browser plugin only for Chrome so far, but other plugins for Firefox and Edge are already being developed. So Chrome is not only one browser, but actually a whole family of browsers. I'm using, for example, Brave, which is also based on Chromium. Now, let me quickly quote the official definition of a language reactor. Language Reactor is a powerful toolbox for learning languages. It helps you to discover, understand, and learn from native materials. Studying will become more effective, interesting, and enjoyable. And formerly it was called Language Learning with Netflix, so it has clearly a focus on Netflix content. But now it has also other functionalities. You can also use it to find and watch YouTube videos, as well as import video files and text manually. As you can see here, there's a YouTube catalog with different YouTube channels where you can choose the language you want to learn. There's TurtleTube, which allows you to distinguish between different levels of the language you want to learn. I don't know how useful that is and how that works and how it distinguishes actually the complexity of language. I don't know. Then you have a video file function where you can upload video files and subtitles. You can upload text and get translations, so many things. And then you can also save items, but more on that later. And there should come a flashcard feature, but I don't know when. We will focus, as mentioned, on the Netflix part today. So you can create an account for free if you want to be able to save your settings. And if you want to save words, you need a Pro membership, and that costs you €5 per month. But you can anyway also use the plugin without a Pro membership. Now let's have a look at the Netflix catalog. First of all, the settings. Source language, that's the language you want to learn. So not the translation language, but the language you want to learn. Let's pick French for now. Then your country. Pick the country where you reside in. Let's say United States. Because different country means different content available. Then genre you can choose. You can also put in a search or search for something specific. And you can also see there's IMDb, so link to the IMDb page, which is a gigantic database for movies and series where everybody can rate the stuff, and there you can also see the IMDb rating, which is pretty good. So I always look into the IMDb rating before I watch something, because I want to make sure that I only watch content that's worth being watched. Because there's an abundance of content nowadays, and we don't want to lose our time or spend time with stuff that's just boring and not interesting. So make sure that you find content that's the right content for you, and also content that has a good rating, because mostly that says something. Okay, now let's have a look if we can find something interesting also with a good rating. Let's see. Okay, a very secret service, or Au service de la France. I have watched this series and it's quite funny and really well made. So let's see how that works. When you have found something, click on watch and make sure that you are logged in on the device where you want to watch from. Either be in full screen mode and then it looks like this, and you get the original text and the translation at the bottom. So like this. But then we also need to have the right settings. So let's look into the settings. Make sure to have the right Netflix audio language, French, have the right Netflix subtitle language, French, and translation language, English. If there are no handmade subtitles available in the target language, like for English, you need to make sure that you toggle also show machine translation. Otherwise you won't see it. Then click on close. And now let's see.
Voilà.
Oh, right.
Hôtel du Palais.
There you go. Hotel du Palais, Monte Carlo. And there you see Palace Hotel, Monte Carlo. That's also the translation. And this is the full screen mode. Then what else? Also, I've forgotten to mention that you have also keyboard shortcuts. So if you are using this tool more extensively, you should make sure that you also use the keyboard shortcuts. They are really useful. You can get back by using A, you can move forward using D, repeat by clicking on S or pushing S, play pause, space of course, toggle auto pause, Q, more on that later, save current subtitle, R, so if you have a pro membership, slow down playback is 1 and speed up is 2. So it's pretty intuitively once you got it. The automatically posts playback at the end of every subtitle is pretty useful if you want to do some in-depth review and if you want to repeat the stuff immediately afterwards and are just practicing. Let's see. There you go. And now we could say okay.
Royal 4 nuits, 24 pas, 6 bouteilles de champagne, 14 cognac.
Yeah, so that's how it works. Sometimes it breaks up at the wrong point in time or at the wrong place, especially if stuff is, especially if it's fast spoken language like with French, especially in this case. But in general, it's working quite well. Then further, you can activate the subtitles on the side. So you just click here and then you see the whole subtitles. Also what happened before and what's to come. And that's pretty useful because you can read along and you see the history. I think that's really useful. And then you can also save words and phrases. So you can click right on it and then it's saved. Or you can also save full phrases. That's like you see it here. And you can also save them in different colors. So if you want to learn multiple languages, or if you say, this one I kind of know, but not really, and this one I really don't know, then you can use that. And here you can see the saved stuff. Further, once you have saved words and phrases, you can also export them. So that's pretty cool. If you go here, saved items, and then, for example, you go to export, and there you see you can export it as an Excel file, as Anki file even, or import it to Anki, or as a CSV file, which you can then also import to Anki to use Anki then for your flashcard review. That I find pretty handy. So now let's see how you can actually learn with Netflix. So there are different approaches. Straightforward will be to find content that you can roughly understand, and then you could watch it and pause from time to time and mark words or copy them over to a text file if you don't have the pro version, to review them later with a flashcard app like Anki, for example. Just make sure that you always work with subtitles of your target language. This way you can improve your comprehension. So, for example, you will watch a scene.
Hôtel du Palais Monte Carlo.
I have also activated the pausing function. You can do that if it's really complex and if you really want to go deep.
Royal 4 nuits, 24 pas, 6 bouteilles de champagne, 14 cognac. C'est précis, c'est daté, c'est tamponné, c'est un reçu.
Okay, we got it.
Vêtements.
Then you would just watch the scene and walk through and try to understand as much as possible, learn stuff. Or if you want to focus more on pronunciation and speaking, then you can use the shadowing technique by Alexander Arguelles. that you would speak along with the speaker by reading the subtitles. This requires, of course, that you re-watch the same parts over and over again. Further, you can also make it even more fun and watch an episode or a few minutes of an episode first and then mute the sound but keep subtitles activated and try to voice act all the parts. I've seen another YouTuber doing this and it's quite funny. You can also do that together with other people. So let's have a look now how that works. Merci, mademoiselle.
Voilà.
Voilà.
Hôtel du Palais,
Hôtel du Palais, Monte Carlo, suite royale, 4 nuits, 24 repas.
6 bouteilles de champagne, 14 cognac.
C'était un peu trop vite. 6 bouteilles de champagne, 15 cognac.
24 repas, 6
bouteilles de champagne,
14 cognac. C'est précis, c'est daté, c'est tamponné, c'est un thé royal 4 nuits. 24 repas, 6
bouteilles de champagne, 14 cognac. C'est précis, c'est daté, c'est tamponné, c'est un reçu. Vêtements, sous-vêtements d'hiver, cliquetis. Yeah, that has been very fast. So you need to redo the stuff over and over again until you become able to speak that fast. And you can also slow it down if it's too fast. So you do it like that. One moment. Here, click here. You can say, let's pick 075.
Hôtel du Palais Monte Carlo.
Hôtel du Palais Monte Carlo, suite royale, 4 nuits.
24 repas.
24 repas, 6 bouteilles de champagne, 14 cognac. Précis, c'est daté, c'est tamponné, c'est un reçu. Vêtements, sous-vêtements d'hiver. Yeah, this way you would progress through the series and try to learn it. Don't get frustrated, take your time, walk through the series and just have fun. Try to enjoy it. Please let me know if you are also using Netflix to learn a foreign language, and if that's the case, how you actually do it. If you found the video useful, please leave me a like and a subscription to the channel, and to not miss anything going forward, click on the notification bell. Thank you very much for watching and see you the next time.